Tell him what you want. Jesus on the main line. Tell him what you want. Want you call him up and tell him what you want. If you're sick and you can't get well, tell him what you want. If you're sick and you can't get well, tell him what you want. You just call him up and tell him what you want. Call him up and tell him what you want. Hey, everybody. This is Let Me See Your Transcript. Your very favorite history teacher coming to you this Sunday afternoon. I wanted to come on and just tell you how my Sunday morning, a little bit of my afternoon went. So I did something that I hadn't done in a while, and my stepmom. Okay, so y'all know, like last October, I was dealing with my brother and his mental issues, vandalism to the car, to the apartment. I was also dealing with my sister's death. So today, my stepmother has actually been doing a lot better than me as far as reaching out just to check on me. And so the last time I talked to her, I said, hey, she said she was going to go to, she sings gospel music. She's in the gospel group, Global Gospel Group. So she's like, oh, I'm going to be singing on Sunday. And I said, well, let me know where you're going to be singing at, and I'll come out and support. So I'm trying to, stick to my word. If I'm going to say something, I'm going to do it. And so last night she texted me the address of the church. So this morning I woke up. I was running late, but I got to the church house. So, because by the way, I haven't been to church on a Sunday in a very long time. So this was like, in the church I went to, I'm not going to say what the name is, but it was an old school Baptist church, okay? If you've ever been to Texas or down south, you know the old school Baptist church is. It was a smaller church, family coming home church. But it was good. It had a good message from 1 Philippians 1 and 21. To live is Christ, to die is... I ain't been to church in a while. I got all the... Yeah, thank you, Kang. I made it. And so on the way there, I actually was listening to gospel music, even though I actually was crying at one point. But I was like, thankful, like, hey, I'm going to church. I have a Bible too, because one of the things I was able to save from my apartment was a couple of books and my 2 Bibles. I have a New American Standard Bible, and I have I have a bigger Bible. It has like 4 different versions in one. So I took the smaller Bible with me. But they have Bibles in the church. It's Baptist church. They're going to have Bibles. So I actually picked up one of the little daily breads for readings for every day. So while I was there too. So I got there and I enjoyed the service. Then all of a sudden, he had us toward the end, like, hey, I see some of y'all came in late. And so this other man, he was like someone's husband. And then it was my turn, and I said, oh, my stepmother, she invited me. And then this other lady, it was like the pastor used to work with her. And so she was there. And then there was another deacon, his grandchildren, his granddaughter, and his great-grandchildren were there. So it was like I said, very home family-owned church. So, and then he was doing the benediction. He was like, we've been filled with the word. Now we're gonna be filled with, our physical body. He was like, so he basically did the prayer over the food and in the church at the same time. So I was like, oh, so we get to eat too. So I was like, man, this is bringing me back to when I was a little girl, because my aunt that I, took care of for 2 years. She was a Sunday school teacher at a Baptist church. So sometimes they would have, in the little church hall, they would have like dinner after the service, especially if they were going to have like another service at 3 o'clock. Or sometimes I would go with my other aunt. They would have a church. They would have church service, and then they were going to go visit another church, and we would go have dinner like at Luby's or something like that. So we get back to the church, y'all. That's why my thumbnail got that on the thumbnail, because that's what we had the church, the dinner after the church. Yes, I'm miles on the road, and so hey, YM. So girl, we had red punch. Okay, red punch, right? We had red punch, dirty rice, potato salad, chicken, and green beans. Then we had the preacher said, and the preacher, let me tell you like this, the preacher's one that served us, because he came out and he's like, oh, do you want cake or do you want peach cobbler? Now, after I saw the peach cobbler, I should have got the peach cobbler, but I got the cake. I got me. But anyway, then yeah. So I was like, oh, okay. I was like really impressed. Like, this is really bringing me back to my childhood, like for real. You know, girl, yes, fried chicken, green beans. It was a potato salad, not mashed potatoes. Sorry, potato salad and dirty rice. Okay. One of the other lady's like, oh, I can't eat dirty rice. You need to take that dirty rice. It's too spicy. But anyone that's spicy. Anyway, then I accidentally got put another slice of piece of cake. I thought it was bread, but it was like a little banana nut muffin piece of cake too. Then they had soda. Girl, do you know I had me an old school Pepsi today? The old school Pepsi. Do y'all remember the old school Pepsi cans that was like white, but it had like blue and red on it? I was like, hey, Swirl Game. So I was like, okay, look at this. And so, but anyway, besides the food, I actually got a chance to sit down with my stepmother and had a very long and enlightening conversation. I probably will have to contact my therapist when I get paid next week to fill out to adjust to everything she said. She talked to me about. She said she understood why I didn't come to my sister's funeral. I said, yeah. I said, because my brother vandalized my apartment because he was in a mental crisis, nervous breakdown. And the apartment, I said, in the day that you called me, I was at the dealership trying to get a new car because my brother vandalized my old one. I didn't have a deductible for it. And I'm thinking, like, even if I get my car fixed, he knows what my car looks like. So I need another car that he doesn't know. So I said, when I got home, after I got the car, and everything, and I saw your text, and I was just like, thinking like, I was like, this can't be right, So she started telling me basically all the details of how she found out my sister died, the circumstances of identifying her body, and then the drama with my ex-brother-in-law. Well, my sister was married twice. My ex-brother-in-laws, because they both got some problems. One almost fell at the funeral in the gravesite. And then the other one is, I guess me and my sister really are like, we both married Nigerians and divorced Nigerians. We really are sisters. So, but I'm definitely gonna have to reach out to him so that I can check on my niece. And also check on my other sister. So, but it was a good conversation. She said, she told me not to be a stranger, keep in touch. She said she was glad to see me there and everything like that. And I was like, I was glad for her to have me and everything like that. So, but then I found out that she's not that far, doesn't live that far from me. Like, I used to live on the south side, so I'm way farther than her. But now I live on the north side, and she's not that far from me. So that's good. Actually, her and my mother sister are not that far from each other. So it was good. So, but it was just like, it's gonna be a lot for me to decompress today. And I think that's also why I'm talking to y'all. Because it's like, I need someone to talk to. Dealing with all the emotions. And then, yeah. So, but yeah, this was like, I had a very old school Sunday service I went to today. I had the gospels, those school gospel singing. I had the deacons praying. I had the pastor, with the hoop and the Baptist hoop. Girl, why did the pastor? I like the pastor. I do. He did a good job, and then the fact that he was at the service, he was actually the ones helping to pass out food to us. Like we had to, he said he served us. I was like, okay, that's really being a good servant of the Lord. He's doing it, But then at one point he was preaching, and I noticed I had to stop myself. And this is why I don't go to church also with my best friend, because we the type of two, we would be sitting next to each other, we see something funny and then look at each other and we bust out laughing because we won't pay attention to the service. We can't sit next to each other, okay? And so it was good probably that she wasn't sitting next to me. And my sister was sitting in front, and to the front on the right. So, but I'm looking at the pastor, and he gets down from the pulpit, and he's still preaching. Then I look down, and why do I see the pastor not in his shoes? He in his socks. And his socks were cute. And they matched, at least for me, it's cute. They matched his shirt. I said, he had on an African, I guess because, Black History Month. It was like an African style type shirt, but he's black. So I just okay, pastor, you in the spirit for real. You in your mode now. You done preached out your shoes. I had to stop myself from taking a picture and putting this online, because sometimes I be looking at some foolishness. But I say, nah, this not foolishness. He's just in mode right now. And this is a good service, and I like what's going on. And plus, I was like, I don't know how to use this picture to the church and stuff like that. So, but it was a good service. So, but I missed my stepmom singing. She had just got through singing when I walked in. So, but I think I saw someone recording it. So maybe I can get a copy. When I came in, she wasn't leading the next song. The other lady was leading the next song. And then pastor, he led one of the songs. What song was it? It was, like I said, it was an old school, church song. But I had a good time. I guess I say that I have a good time at church today, and I need to do it more often. Go to church, fellowship. And I met a man that there, he said, because I said, hey, that's my stepmother invited me. He came up to me, he said, I know your dad. He said, I used to, because my dad, this is this thing about, I didn't tell you about this. So, I have a good relationship with my stepmother, but at one time before, years before they got together, my mom and my dad actually met at church. They met through my one of my great aunts who passed away like 2 years ago or 3 years ago. Before my aunt died. The great aunt died. Well, she also had a gospel group as well. So my mother was in the gospel group. My cousins were too. So and then my father used to play like the guitar for them. So they would get like different musicians to back them up. One of my cousins was in the group. My great aunt's daughter, other cousin, she played the piano. So my dad played the guitar, and I think someone else played the drums. So that's how my parents met. That's how they met at church. So, but my dad would also play guitar with other people too. So this man comes up to me, and people, at the church, they're shaking hands and stuff. And so he's like shaking my hand. He's like, hey, he says, I wanted to come and introduce myself. He said, because I knew your dad. And I was like, he said, you probably the last time I saw you probably was a little girl. And he said, you look just like him. And I was just like, wow. And he said, does anyone ever told you that? I said, well, usually they say, I said, yes, I've heard that before. Not a lot, but I have heard that before. But usually they just say, you look like your aunt, but occasionally they have said, I look like him, but not that many times. But he's like, yeah, I used to play guitar in this gospel group with him, and yeah. And I said, oh, okay, well, thank you. So nice to meet you. Then I met his daughter. that he brought that was visiting him too. So we're about the same age. So he was like, yeah, this is so and so's dad daughter. I used to be in a group with her. And his daughter was like, oh yeah, real cool. That's cool. So that was cool. I got to meet, some people who knew my dad. So but then girls and boys and girls. How is it my stepmother is dropping tea on her and my father's relationship? And I'm just thinking like, let's just say at one time the two of them were separated. I didn't even know. And they was not getting along. And I'm just like, wait a minute now. What? I'm just like, part of me was like, didn't I supposed to know this stuff right now? You ever hear something for like, you thinking, like, you understand, like, I was not privy to this. I did not know any of this. So, so when she was telling me this, I was like, I didn't even stop her when she said it. It was just like she was saying something else, and then she said something. You know how you talking about something, and then like there's like another backstory to why you're talking about this, and that was the backstory when she started telling me like, yeah, me and your father, we had separated that time, and then and then all of a sudden she started. Oh, this is how it started. She was talking about life insurance policies. Cause for her, it was always gonna be my sister and my sisters burying her, right? But she found herself. Is someone in my spot? Yeah, somebody's in my I pay for a reserved parking space. So I'm gonna pay. So he's working on a car. But okay. But anyway, so she's telling me like, yeah, I had to figure out how to pay for my sister's funeral. She said I had paid a policy stuff for her, but my sister like let it lapse or whatever, and so there wasn't enough. She said, oh, but lucky enough, I used the policy that her dad had gotten out. So my father got one out. So, but there was a whole like family drama. Okay. There was a whole family drama dealing with that. And I'm gonna tell you about it when I get into the house. Okay. Because I'm in the parking lot and my neighbors are here. So let me get my stuff. All right. So yeah. So yeah. All right. Okay. Trying to figure out how can I put y'all on mute. Cause I'm using the whatchamacallit app. Ooh, Lord. Get my Bible. So okay. Y'all hold on. Can you guys? Oh, I'm sorry. I'm in the house now. So, y'all want to see boy? Hey, boy. Say hey to the peoples. Okay. So I'm in the house. So let me tell you this last part. Okay. So, tell y'all this last part. So, so she's telling me, all the stuff surrounding my, get my sister, because I did give her some money for my sister's, you know how much it costs to, dig up, it's called opening and close, I guess the opening and closing the grave. So I gave her some money. That's my people. Yeah, that's him. So I had to, give her some money. My other sister, because my daddy was a Rolling Stone. Papa was a rolling stone. Wherever he laid his head. Yeah, it was him. So it's a lot of us. I'm number 17 out of 19. So number 16, I was number 15, helped her with the program because my baby sister couldn't, she was not in the emotional state to do it. Then I was like, my own brother, but I did give her money for the opening and closing the grave. So my other sister, number 16, 15 or 16, she helped her with the program. So while she's telling me this, she's like, oh, luckily I had this policy that your dad had on me. I was like thinking to myself, I didn't stop her, but I was like, with the face, I said, he had one on you. He said, yeah, we had, the last time we had separated. And I was like, when did this happen? Right? So she's telling me like, yeah, y'all meet my stepmother. I would bring her on here. Y'all better not tell on me that I said this. Let me be in the look. We finna keep this skeleton partly in the closet. She told me that my father got an insurance policy on her because he had planned to kill her. I said, so, but she outlived him. He died. So then she basically changed the policy so that I guess it was on my sister, and then she was the beneficiary. So she was able to use the policy that my dad was going to use on her. She was able to use the benefit stuff from my sister's funeral. And I'm just thinking like I said, my father's going to try to kill my stepmama. The insurance policy is only $5,000. What was this man going to do? I got questions. This is the thing. I'm 46 years old. I can't ask him shit. He's dead. That's what I'm saying. Like, I'm going to have to go, when I get paid next week, come to therapy because we got a lot of shit to talk about. I got to deal with some stuff. Learning some stuff today. I have some more stuff, too, that I'm just not going to tell y'all here. But I'm just like, now I'm overthinking, trying to rethink about stuff from childhood. Like, when he came around, when I thought he was coming to visit me, was he just trying to escape my stepmama? Did he have dementia or something? And he thought what was going on? This is really boggling my mind. I'm gonna go lay down. I need to text her to see if she's gotten home. But I'm just saying, old school church Sunday today. I feel like I walked into, if this is not a Tyler Perry play, Tyler Perry movie, Lifetime movie, Tubi, BET Black. What did I walk into today? Okay. Soul Food number 2. Like, what did I walk into today? Okay, y'all. Let me see a transcript. I feel lay down. Takes a while. I said, Mom actually got home and go lay down. I hope y'all have a rest of y'all's good Sunday. Because mine has been a very eventful one. Okay? Thank y'all so much. Bye. I don't know what to. Oh, I need to lay down. Oof. Jesus help me.